Welcome to Surviving Society. Hello everyone, welcome to this special episode of Surviving Society. I am here with Roxy, Legane, who is founder and director of Kids of Colour, an incredible activist that I look up to massively, been on the show lots and lots and lots. Roxy has a special message for all of us going into this third week of December.
Yeah, I think so. For me, been on this podcast before when I kind of talked people through the Manchester 10 case a couple of years ago, when 10 boys from Manchester were unjustly charged on conspiracy charges in a racist kind of gang-making trial. It has been about 2.5 to 3 years since then. All 10 of those boys have been in prison since then. But next week, the 19th and 20th of December, we will be at the Royal Courts of Justice for the final appeal in their appeal journey. So it's going to be a really big day, and I guess that our ask is that, as many people come down as possible, because it's also a really frustrating choice of date. Christmas, busy, people maybe in their last days of work, difficult for people from Manchester to come down as well. So we're just really, really encouraging people, especially in London or kind of surrounding areas, to get down to the Royal Courts of Justice.
One thing that I'd say, Roxy, is that the 19th and 20th of December, there is no reason why that cannot be an excellent date for us all to come down. We're all wrapping up work. We all have a little bit more time. Family aren't quite getting in our space yet. Like, we're wrapping up from work. It's a good window for us to come down to the court. So it's the 19th and 20th of December. Which court are we at?
Royal Courts of Justice.
Royal Courts of Justice.
And it should be all day on both days. They've booked out 2 days for the appeal hearing. We're going to be getting down with families around 9 in the morning, hoping to see people outside, kind of welcoming families and loved ones in. And then, hopefully from there, 2 days, and hopefully we get an outcome on the second day, the 20th.
And just so listeners can be reminded, and we'll put the links to the different episodes you've been on the show, but it's prison sentences for text messages.
In a kind of, for a lot of the boys, it is. So this was, and not to go over all the detail again, but this was a case where no one died. There was no victim working with the criminal justice system, but it was a conspiracy to murder and a conspiracy to cause GBH charge facing all of them. 4 were convicted of conspiracy to murder, the other 6 of conspiracy to cause GBH, and collectively they got 131 years. Now, only one young person harmed in that case who took accountability for that, but as we see over and over again, racist gang making brought in a collective who now face time in prison.
And just so people understand as well, this is part of the joint enterprise doctrine that's used.
It's different in this case because it's a conspiracy trial.
Okay.
So although the difference, there really isn't it.
Okay.
So in this case, a key difference is that all the boys were principals. So all the boys face the same charges, whereas often in joint enterprise cases, you see that you have a principal defendant and then secondaries. But everything else looks exactly the same. You would walk into that court and say that is joint enterprise. So people try and push back on it, but the principles used in there are very similar.
Roxy, thank you so much. Listeners, if you can get to London on the 19th and 20th of December, please come down and show your support.
Thank you for listening to Surviving Society.
To support our work, you can rate,
review and subscribe to host or produce a series of Surviving Society.
Get in touch with us via Twitter or Instagram.